And we are back with another wheelie battle, but this time we've decided to listen to you out there and spice things up a bit.
If it works, continue doing it. You've seen Die Hard, Rocky, Terminator, Police Academy. Nicky, you get the drift. What are we here to do today? Incredible episode ahead.
Yeah, we're here to drive and experience two beautiful cars which don't look the same, don't compare against each other.
We're not comparing apples with apples.
Yeah, but we're crazy anyway, so we're gonna do it anyway. So it's the content. People have been saying want a bit variety, faster cars. So we're like, you know what, let's speak to the people at Weelee. Let them give us something with a bit of punch and something with a bit of an exhaust as well.
So you've got 500 to 700,000 Rand to spend. You don't want to go buy a Tiggo 7 for the family. You don't want to go buy a Toyota Corolla Cross. You want something that is stand out. So seeing as I'm on camera, let's talk about the big boy behind me, and it really is a big boy. 2013 Audi RS4, few kilometers in it, can you guess? Kilos roughly?
Just around 100. I'm guessing 100,000.
Very, very close, because it stood up incredibly well. 137,000, and talking about 331 kilowatts. I mean, that is proper raw power. What have you got behind you?
Well, I've got something that's closer to 700,000 Rand, so 678 to be specific.
And mine was 500,000 Rand, so I've got the bargain.
So then under the hood is a 3.6 litre V6 turbocharged engine producing 324 kilowatts.
So very, very similar, 7 kilowatts, but that boy weighs a little bit more, I would imagine.
Yeah, weighs a lot more. But before we move to the fancy things, I know you guys want to know about the drag racing, the braking, and all the funny things. What I want to speak about is our two things. Really nice design and a really nice interior. When you speak about the design, what do you think? Which one speaks for you in terms of looks?
So if you say to me brand cachet, Porsche versus Audi, I love Audi. I absolutely am in love with Porsche. But when it comes to looks between the two, for me, Audi, not even a shadow of doubt. And bearing in mind, it's 3 years older.
Yeah, 100%. Definitely. In terms of the Weelee design, let's give a point to the Audi. So it's 1 to the Audi, 0 to the Porsche.
When it comes to looks, the Audi Avant shape is a fan favorite, present company included. But the Porsche was a bit of an ugly duckling when it was launched.
So now something interesting, and I've got a big advantage over Nicky. That car came out in 2010, and in 2010 I owned a Cayenne Turbo. The interior in 2010 and 2019, just before the new shape, what changes did they do?
I'm guessing nothing.
0. Now, ergonomically, there's no question, it does look, I would say, a little bit tired. When I say tired compared to a modern vehicle, but tell me everything doesn't fall perfectly to hand.
Yeah, everything is right there. The exhaust button is there, the temperature, everything is there. Drive select. I guess it's an advantage for Porsche that all the buttons are there. Yeah.
But now we've covered the Porsche interior. The Audi 2013, there's no question. You look at the 2026 Audi, it's moved on in leaps and bounds, but 2013 versus 2010 design, I'm going Audi. Yourself?
100% same thing, Audi. So that's 2 points for the Audi. Now I think,
and it's cheaper.
Speaking of being cheaper, let's speak about value for money. Where is the value for money between these two vehicles? In terms of space and practicality, I think they're both on par. Yes, this is a bit lower, but it's advanced. It's a lot more space, boot capacity. Same thing, essentially, this side.
So when it comes to future resale value, there's no question it's a matter of perspective. 500,000 Rand, we said just touching on 700,000, but there's a reason. If you had to say, where do you believe the better value is long-term in terms of holding value for money? It's got to be the Porsche.
The brand speaks for itself. Porsche speaks for itself. You don't need to explain it. The brand speaks for itself.
If you said to anybody today, I've got 500 to 700,000 Rand to spend and I can buy a Porsche or an Audi or a BMW or a Porsche, they are going Porsche, no question.
So now we need to go on track, right? It's 2-1, it has a turbo. So I feel like that'll maybe play an advantage. Maybe towards the later end of the drag race, you catch up. But I feel like those will win. What do you think will happen?
So for me, what's interesting, when I arrived here, I thought it had a 4.8 litre V8, normally aspirated. It has indeed got a 3.6 litre turbo. Personally, I think it's going to be no contest. Just the sheer weight, Nicky. You've got RS4 here, 331 kilowatts. All the power very similar, but it's got to be a lot lighter. As you'll see on screen right now, the actual difference in weight has got to be a couple of 100 kilos. So I'm going Audi on track. Are you going Porsche on track?
I'm going Porsche on track.
Who are you going with?
That is a great question, Mike, because these cars should be evenly matched. Maybe it'll come down to driver skill. nothing like a good old-fashioned drag race to get the blood pumping. And I suspect Nicky thought he had the advantage on this one.
You know why I think I'm going to win? Or why I think this Porsche is going to win? It's a twin turbo. Yes, it's big and heavy, but it's a turbo off the line and those type of things. This is turbo. That's naturally aspirated.
But who really made the right choice?
Nicky, you've had your test run. How did it feel?
It felt okay. I'm confident in this, eh?
Are you confident? I must say, this thing felt very, very strong. And I don't know about you, but I can honestly, truthfully say I've never driven either of these two vehicles in real life before. Cayenne, I've driven in the turbo form.
Yeah, no, same. I haven't driven a GTS, this one in specific. I've driven the newer versions. RS4, I've driven the newer versions and not that one in specific. So that's why I have no idea what's going to happen.
But now you talk about the newer version. Just me personally, 2013, I love the dynamics, the dashboard, it feels modern. I just love the way this looks. Everything is perfection here. Yourself on the Porsche?
Porsche looks good. You can still feel that it's a bit of an older car, but I like being in the interior of this.
Awesome. Are you ready?
I'm all good. We can go.
Can I ask you a big favor? Pick an even number between 1 and 3.
2.
He knows his stuff.
Gentlemen, let's get ready. 3, 2, 1, go!
Mike, since when do you let Nicky win?
Yeah, he's definitely not beating me.
Just didn't go.
Porsche!
So go in Sport 1 or whatever you want.
We suspected that there was nothing wrong with the car, but instead something up with the mode. So I decided to jump in and see for myself.
What? What the hell did Ernest just do now?
I think I had braking guard on something.
Yeah, that just changed everything. Yeah, I'm definitely not beating you.
No, never.
So there's something called braking guard. I think you got to put the ESC off completely, okay, in order to get access to that. Okay. Bro, I feel sorry for you after this run, bro. No. Good luck.
There's one for the Porsche.
3, 2, 1, go!
That's us. Okay, it's tight.
Very close, but this has just got something. Wow, man. Wow.
Still tight. The Porsche was...
Did it spin all 4 wheels?
Yeah, like it's very aggressive.
Just need to clear up something for the camera. I weigh 90 kilos, whatever you think he weighs.
Wow.
What is nice for both of us, so now I've had the opportunity to go in the Audi, the incredible Audi, the stonking Audi, the Audi that will flatten anything on the road. I literally believe that. So Nicky knows what the Porsche Cayenne is like. He doesn't know how fast that is.
Okay.
You can hear him revving it there. This thing at idle revs beautifully, but this is a Porsche. It's a car for the sophisticated. That Audi is an absolute car for the hooligan, and really, it's incredible. Looks good. It ain't an Audi station wagon. It's an Audi Avant versus a Porsche Cayenne GTS, and I'm feeling confident.
3, 2, 1, go!
Pulled off hard.
Oh. But now it's pulling.
Not bad. Not a lot closer than we thought. How's that noise? Well done, Nicky. No surprises there. But for the first 40, 50 meters, I ran you close.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. For the first couple of meters, you ran me close. I was actually quite surprised. And then the car, the legs started showing, the V8.
What is incredible for me is if you were just watching it from the outside, it felt like you were flattening me. That is making a huge noise and it's beautiful. And this is just very reserved and it just gets on with the job. That sounded loud and proud.
Yeah, it sounded like this, right?
Incredible, incredible. When you come second to that, I'm shaking. You haven't come second, you've done well.
Thanks, Mike. I think we have a very clear and obvious winner for the past 2 races.
One race, we didn't do 2 races. That's my story and I'm sticking to it.
Next up, it's our very unscientific braking test, where Mike and Nicky will find out which one of these cars comes to a stop the fastest.
Now here is the one that you cannot predict. At face value, the smaller Audi, the more aerodynamic, the lower to the ground Audi, you've just got to believe that this has got to take it, but that is Porsche.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like Audi needs to be taking this one, but at the end of the day, this is a Porsche, so you never know.
My money is on the Audi, as you always say. I'm copying you, my good man, because I'm driving, but I think ultimately the better braking system is the Porsche. I've just went around the track because I had to go fetch something. The brakes feel good on the Audi, but not spectacular.
It'll be interesting to see now.
Now, usually for these tests, we run our cars at around 60 kilometers an hour. But for this one, the boys thought 70 would be better. I think they just wanted to drive these cars faster.
3, 2, 1, move off. And brake.
Wow, right at the end there, it felt like you went half a meter at the end. What happened there?
Yeah, it's exactly that. It just all boils down to braking, how the Porsche brakes. I think the weight came into play over there.
I mean, that was identical stopping. We did the mark at the exact same time, and I felt I could look at you and you were right there, and then you went half a meter at the end. 1-0 Audi, and to be expected, Nicky and myself, we braked very, very similar there. Literally, we hit the mark at the exact same time, and just at the end, it felt like the Porsche creeped half a meter, and that's why the Audi shaded it. But you've got to give incredible kudos to the Porsche. Such a big car, and came to a stop identical to an RS4. Well done.
That's quick. In reverse, what the hell? Who's going above 50?
Christo, Toby, you know how much I love the Porsche brand. I'm going to do this for you. The Audi won the first one, but mark my words, we're going to win the second one. Or it's going to be very, very close.
So basically now, we just swap cars. We're just trying to see that it's the exact same result. So ideally, I should be beating Mike now.
3, 2, 1, move off.
Clearly, the guys are concentrating very hard because usually they aren't this quiet.
And brake.
Exact same as the first one. Half a meter in it. We both hit the mark 100% correctly.
Exact same. There's literally the exact same.
Nicky, exactly the same as the first time.
Yeah, 100% same as the first time. What I was saying is that we're not comparing apples with apples here, but we need to give that Porsche some credit because it's not far from the Audi.
If you take, I would say it's less than a half a meter. It's probably, yeah, maybe half a meter to make it accurate, but absolutely incredible that the two can be so even considering the weight difference. Impressed by both of them. How did your braking feel? Mine was super stable in both.
Yeah, same, super stable in both.
And that's it for part 1. But of course, part 2 sees us taking both of these cars onto the track. And with the Audi having such a big advantage, will the Porsche be able to claw its way back? Join us for the next episode of our Weelee battle to find out more.
And let me tell you, the dashboard between 10, man, it's an Audi. But I have to agree, and again, I'm sure, sorry, apologies guys, sorry.
Because it's twin turbo on the side. Yes, it's a V6.
You know when somebody comes revving like this, then you know they're confident. Boom, boom.
Hey, listen, having your back to me and him inside the car makes me scared.